Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Everyone, mark your attendance. Okay. Is it visual?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I continuing my class. So I think in last class I have discussed about how we find a static indeterminacy for rigid frame. So I think I gave two methods for finding static indeterminacy for frame. Method 1, method 2. Method 1 is your shortcut method and method 2 is your long method. So I think we give two formulas separately for method 1 and method 2. For method 1, I give formula for frame ds is equal to 3c minus r minus rr, small rr. And for I think method 2, I give formula for ds is equal to 3m plus r minus 3j. And also I discuss uh, 8 to 10 problems on finding a static indeterminacy for frame. So today I start about trusses. So basically I also discuss this topic in your model 3 of structure analysis because this is separate model. In model 3 we have also truss structure. So in truss structure we think we see everything about trusses in detail in model 3. In model 3 we have separate topic of truss. So we discuss truss separately in model 3 in detail. How, what is truss, what are the different types of truss, what are the assumptions of trusses. We also find different member forces by applying two methods, method of joint or method of section in truss analysis. Also we find different displacement at various joints or various points of a truss member. So when time came, I discussed all things about trusses. So for this chapter, static indeterminacy and kinematic indeterminacy, we have simply find what are the static indeterminacy and kinetic indeterminacy for truss structure. So basically, a truss is a structure that consists of members, and the members are just wait. Few students are in waiting, so I admit on. Okay. So basically, truss is a structure that consists of members organized into connected triangles so that the overall assembly behave as a single object. So basically, trusses are most commonly used in bridges, roof, and towers. And trusses consist of triangular unit constructed with straight members. So basically, trusses looks like this is our truss structure. Also, this is our truss structure. Also, if we add another member with joint, we get a truss member. This is also a truss member. This is also a truss member. So this whole become our truss structure. So basically, truss is a structure that consists of member which form a triangular shape. This is our truss structure. This is our truss structure. Trusses have many types like king pot, king post truss, king post truss. I discuss all thing in detail. Don't worry. King post truss, king post truss, king post truss, queen post truss. These are different types of trusses. Queen post truss, pink truss, Caesar truss. These are different types of trusses. So I think I discuss these things in later. And there are different assumption of trusses like these members. I here I see these trusses made by connecting these members. So my assumption is these members have do not any weight, but actually these members have weight, but my assumption tells us that these members have no any weight or self weight which ignored or self weight is not taken. Also, all the joints are of trusses. All the joints here we see many joints. Here we see many joints. Joint one, joint two, joint three, joint four, joint five, joint six, joint 7. All the joints are pin joints. Okay, and all members will carry only axial force. All members, this member, this member, this member, this member, this member, this member, all the members will carry axial forces. And the nature of axial forces may be compressive, may be tensile. These forces dependent upon the force acting on the joints. Or next assumption of truss is at joint only the loads are applied, not on members interest, not on members truss, not on member interest loads are applied. Here loads are not applied in truss structure or in truss members. This is our assumption that no any type of loading will be applied on the member of truss. Only loads are applied at the joint of the truss. Here the joint, at this joint load is applied here, at this joint load is applied here, at this joint the load is applied here, at this joint the load is applied here, at this joint the load is applied also here. If someone asking, sir, what happen if load is applied here? So I clearly said that in truss structure on members load are not applied. This is our prime assumption. What are the assumptions? First assumption is the cell weight of truss member is ignored. That means we do not take any weight unit for our members. Next assumption is all the joints are pin joints. All the joints are pin joints. All the members. Next assumption is all the members, this member, this member, this member, all the members will carry only axial forces, and the nature of axial forces may be tensile, may be compressive. The nature of axial forces, that means tensile or compressive, will depend upon the type of loading. That means what type of load will act on the joint. If this type of loading is applied at this joint, then it may be possible that here in this joint forces are compressive in nature. Here at in this member these types of forces will be developed. Here you clearly see, here just observe here, you all just carefully see here, at this joint, at this joint, if a load is applied at this joint, if the load is applied here, one arrow go out from this joint, from this joint one arrow go out from this joint, and another arrow come towards this joint. So this decide our forces in member. This decide our nature of forces. That means the force may be compressive, the force may be tensile. Later on I discuss about this type of forces. So how we decide which type of force is compressive force and which type of force is tensile force. So these are the basics of trusses. So I think everything is clear about trusses. Trusses is also known as, someone asked, sir, trusses, what is truss? I already discussed that truss is a structure that consists of member organized into connected triangles so that the overall assembly we have as a single object. Trusses are most commonly used in bridge. Many bridge you have seen this type of structure, this type of trusses, and on these trusses your deck is provided, and our vehicle will moving in this direction, or our vehicle will moving in this direction. So basically trusses are provided or used in bridges, in roofs, in towers. I also discuss about power pylons. Power pylons, that means this type of structures, this type of structures. We all see this type of structure in our nearby because this structure is known as power pylons. These all are trusses, and through these power pylons, they are basically known as power pylons. These power pylons, electrical wires are passing, high voltage electrical wires are passing. Here we make pedestrian or make supports. These are also trusses. So basically trusses are used in bridge, roofs and towers. I already discussed some of the types of trusses: king post trusses, queen post trusses, fring, fink trusses, double pitch profile trusses, scissor trusses, and so many trusses I discuss later on when time came. So I think everything is clear. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Just wait. Okay. So basically, our aim is to discuss static indeterminacy for our trusses. So first we see plain truss. Basically truss is our, in many book trusses is also written as plain. Truss is also written as pin jointed because its joints are pin connected, so it is also written as pin jointed frame. So I already covered rigid jointed frame. Here we discuss pin jointed frame. So remember this point, that trusses are also known as pin jointed frame. So trusses are also known as pin jointed frame. So our aim is to find ds of trusses. So first point of discussion is plain truss. Plain truss, I discuss both shortcut method and long cut method. Don't worry, discuss both. So for plain truss, we have a formula of ds. ds is equal to ds is equal to dsc plus dsi. We already discussed abbreviation of this term. ds is equal to static indeterminacy. dsc is equal to external, e for external static indeterminacy, I for internal static indeterminacy. So I already discussed. So our aim is to find dsc, dsi, then separately if we find dsc, dsi, then compile both, we find ds, which is equal to dsc plus dsi. So just I write these things or kept this thing in box because this is our main formula. So here we have to find DSC. Basically, you know how we find DSC. Finding DSC do not require more knowledge because this is our basic formula, which is equal to R minus 3 or equal to, or also written as small r minus 3. Don't worry, many book write DSC is equal to capital R minus 3, or many book write DSC is equal to a small r minus 3. So don't worry. Next, we have to find DSI. DSI. So DSI is equal to 1 into M. Here we write 1 because every member will carry only axial force. I already discussed that every member of truss will carry only axial force. That force may be tensile, may be compressive, but every member have only one force. So that means I already discussed this member. I have three members. This member, this member, this member. If tensile force comes in this member, then no compressive force come in this member. Only tensile force come in this member. If compressive force comes in this member, if compressive force comes in this member, then only compressive force come in this member. No, we find compressive in same member. No, we find tensile in the same member. So if member carry compressive, then it carry only compressive. If member carry tensile, then it only carry tensile forces. So here we write 1 into m. Next, minus 2j minus 3. Here we write 2j. 2j is written here because at every joint, I consider our joints are pin jointed. So our joints here, our joint is pin joint. Here our joint is pin joint. Here our joint is pin joint. So you already know pin joint have two reactions, one in x, one in y. Pin joint have two reactions, one in x, one in y. Pin joint have two reactions, one in x, one in y. So here we write 2j, but here we write 3 because at certain point, consider here, we have a hinge joint and here we have also roller joint. Here we have also roller joint. So here carefully you see, these joints are also connected with our external supports. Just wait, Roshan is waiting. So these joints are also connected with our external supports. These joints are also connected with our external support, and also at this support we have two reactions. One reactions in x direction. Here also we have one reaction. So we have three reactions. So finding these three reactions, we have three equilibrium equations available. Also, if someone saying, sir, if more number of members are available, sir, if more number of members are available, then what happen? So don't worry. If we have more number of members, then formula do not change. So here, suppose if you have also roller support, then here already one reaction will come. So it makes, if you find DSC, you can as DSC comes here at 1 because we have two reaction at hinge, one reaction at one roller and one reaction at one roller. So DSC automatically come out to be 1. So this, in this case, our DSC will become all indeterminate also. So don't worry about this. This is our basic formula. Do not change this formula for any case. So just remember this equation, dsi is equal to 1 into m minus 2j minus 3. This is our basic formula. So this formula became dsi is equal to 1 minus 2j minus 3. Here we subtract 3 because we already know every joint will connected somewhere, it will be connected with some external support or external reaction, support reaction. like hinge or roller. So at that joint, we already considered three equilibrium equations for calculation of external support or external reaction. We already include, because this is general loading condition. Here no any load is given, so this is our general loading condition. So for general loading condition, I discuss, we consider three equilibrium equations. So at joints, at various joints where external reactions are available or applicable, we already considered that three equilibrium equations are available, three equation of equilibrium are available. So no need to add another equilibrium equation, or no need to add these three equations. So here we subtract our three equilibrium equation, and our basic equation will comes out m minus 2j minus 3. So just add here, because our basic formula is ds is equal to dsc plus dsi. So here ds is equal to what, r minus 3, this is our dsc, and dsi comes out to be plus m minus 2j. I think if here if we write m minus 2j plus 3, is it okay? Everyone find
सर
it?
यहाँ सर
Yes,
यहाँ
sir.
एम जो है मेंबर को डिनोट करता है
Yes, yes, I discussed these things,
सर
don't worry.
सर मेंबर इक्वल टू तो होता है नंबर ऑफ मेंबर इक्वल टू 2j-3। यहाँ तो फिर DSI इक्वल टू 0 हो जाएगा।
Don't worry, I discuss all things, don't worry. Just see here, everyone okay with this m minus 2j plus 3, because minus minus comes out to be plus here, m minus 2j plus 3, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
I write
Yes, sir.
ds, I write ds is equal to m minus 2j plus 3, because just simplify, we get m minus 2j plus 3. So right here ds is equal to, I think here I write m minus 2j plus 3. So here our result came as r minus 3 plus 2 plus m minus 2j plus 3. So here plus 3 minus 3 get
Cancel
cancelled,
out.
and we get here m minus 2j plus r. So ds is equal to m minus 2j plus r. So this is our basic formula. Everyone remember this formula, ds is equal to m minus 2j plus r, m minus 2j plus r. Someone asking, sir, what do you mean by m? I do not recognize what m signify. I already discussed this thing in past classes. M is number of members, and in starting I count how we count number of members. So m is number of members, j is equal to number of joint, j is number of joint, j is number of joints, and r is support reactions. RH support reaction. R is equal to support reaction. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Up to this point, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just remember this formula. I try my best to find these things. How we reach up to ds is equal to m minus 2j plus r. The formula is ds is equal to dsc plus dsi. dsc is equal to external static indeterminacy. External static indeterminacy is our basic formula which we found also in beam. Our basic formula is r minus 3. R is support reaction minus 3 is for equilibrium equation, and dsi is equal to 1 into m. Here 1 is for members because I already discussed every member will carry only axial force. Only axial force. The nature of axial force may be compressive, may be tensile, but a single member will carry only axial force. If a member carry only axial force of tensile nature, they do not carry same compressive force in it. So here we use 1 for every member. 2j means every joint is pin joint. So already for every pin joint we have two reactions, one reaction, two reaction, one in x, one in y. Already discussed in hinge supports what happened. And here we subtract 3 because at every joint, at one particular joint, external support reaction will come in the trusses. If truss is long or if truss is short, do not matter. So if we add or if we inculcate this equilibrium equation in support reaction, so why need to inculcate this reaction to finding dsi? So we simply subtract this equation. So our basic formula becomes dsi is equal to m minus 2j minus 3. Just simplify this formula. We got ds is equal to m minus 2j plus 3. Just add dsc with dsi. We got our static indeterminacy for trusses, which will be ds is equal to m minus 2j plus r. Someone asking, sir, what happen if m is equal to 2j plus r? Someone asking, sir, what happen if m is greater than 2j plus r? Someone asking, sir, what happen if m is less than 2j plus r? So don't worry, I discuss these things also. So just see here.
सर सर m इक्वल टू 2j माइनस 3 होता है ना?
m is equal to 2j minus 3.
यस सर.
Just wait. You say m is equal to 2j minus 3. Here you carefully see, you say only the case for DSI. M is equal to 2j minus 3, m is greater than 2j minus 3, m is smaller than 2j minus 3. You only discuss about, sir, in static indeterminacy, sir, in internal static indeterminacy, m is equal to 2j minus 3, m is greater than 2j minus 3, m is less than 2j minus 3. So what you say?
सर यहाँ जो फिगर आप बनाए हैं ना सर,
Yes.
उसमें तो ये रूल अप्लाई होगा ना? देखिए तो थोड़ा.
Don't worry, don't worry.
मेंबर जो है.
Don't worry. You all solve this problem. Just wait. You all solve this problem. You all solve this problem. Don't worry. This is my first example. This is point A. This is point V. This is point C. So this is our simple truss. In classification, model 3, we have C, simple truss, compound truss, complex trusses. And in simple truss, we discuss different types of truss. In compound truss, we discuss different type of truss, king truss, queen truss, and so on. So this is our pin jointed. So find DS. Everyone find DS.
6.
Okay. Someone saying sir DS is equal to 6.
0, sir.
Okay, someone saying sir DS is equal to 0.
0, sir.
DSE is equals to 0, DSI is equals to 0, and also DS is equals to 0.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Sir, 0, sir.
Okay. Okay, someone saying sir DS is equal to 0, DSE is equal to 0, DSI is equal to 0. Please elaborate from your side how you get DS is equal to 0, DSE is equal to 0, DSI is equal to 0. I think someone saying sir DS is equal to 0, DSI is equal to 0, and DSE is equal to 0. How you find this?
Sir, by the formula, as we know, DS is equals to reaction minus equilibrium equation. Here,
Okay.
there are 3 reactions,
3
2 for
reactions.
hinge and 1 for roller support.
Okay.
When we'll subtract 3 minus 3, that will equals to 0, and DSI, with the help of formula m minus 2j minus 3, we will put m is equals to 3,
Okay.
because here is 3 members and 3 joints are also. Therefore, we got DSI is equals to 0.
Okay. Okay.
And
Good.
after that, 0 plus 0 is equals to 0.
Okay. 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 I think someone saying, sir, I just use the basic formula that DSE is equal to R minus 3 or small r minus 3 r minus 3 and DSI is equal to m minus 2j plus 3 plus 3. So here we see m is equal to number of member is equal to 1, 2 and 3. So here total number of member is equal to 3. Here number of joint is equal to 1, 2 and 3. So J is equal to 3. Here total number of reaction is equal to, for hinge support we have 2 reactions, 1, 2. For roller we have 1 reactions, so 1, and here we get 2. So just put all the things. R is equal to 3. So here we get DSE is equal to 3 minus 3, because small r is 3, and also if we subtract 3 from 3 we get 0. Here m is equal to 3, joint is 3, so 2 into 3 6, 3 minus 6 plus 3. So here we already got 6 minus 6, that means we also got 0. So here we see DSI is equal to also 0, DSE is equal to also 0. So our whole DS is equal to 0, because DSE plus DSI is equal to 0 plus 0. So DS is equal to 0. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. So by the formula, DS is equals to m plus r minus 2j, we also got DS is equals to 0, which will be shorter method.
Okay, okay. So I think someone saying, sir, DS is equal to m plus